Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Memphis Steamers and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Memphis Steamers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The wait is finally over. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin, a big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Wait, 10, 29, Alpha. I got you. Hey, check it.
Brady gives this to White, and an alley to run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the
30. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
And I think we're all eager to see how this offense responds, because we know this is a big spot. National TV game to start the season. The whole league and the whole country watching this one. Last, the Packers, the Bears.
He rifles accepted. Picked off at the 24. And this will be a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he'll need to put that interception out of his mind quickly, because between the field goal and the pick six, they're already looking up at a 2-score differential.
And isn't it interesting that a lot of the time when we talk about having a short memory, we say that's a defensive back, right? Got beat for a touchdown pass, throw it out. Quarterbacks have to do the same thing. They make a mistake, come back and be the best quarterback you were before.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On second down, here's Mixon. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this, up to the 41-yard line. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Wilson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Joe Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Come on.
On first down, Wilson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the second down throw on target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, hit! Hey, ball 66.
Brady. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check safety, check safety.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's got White here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Brady now on first down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Wait, that. Wait, Eddie! No, 60.
They'll try and run it in with White. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll run with White. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Brady going to throw, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now. Down on the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. But bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. On second and 9, Wilson caught by Jones. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. pushing his way through. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe match.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
From the 38, Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Brady. This is White on the screen. White's got a first down and more. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried, because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will shrink to 6. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with White. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Down 80! Down 80! Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Wait, when he hit!
They'll run on first down. It's White. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Green 80!
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's White. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught, and he will take this one in for a touchdown from 6 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Complete to Jones. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on first down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Brady. He's going to look deep down and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And a huge play that time. And even 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On second down now, it's White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wait, that 380. I'm coming for you, mom.
Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Michel. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, let's get in there. Hey, second.
Here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James White, already his 2nd second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense.
50. 53! 58, right there. Down to lose 1. Hey, 66!
Brady now on 1st down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Going on the ground, it's White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Hey, both 66.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. James has got it. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Now a carry for White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel. It's
not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And they'll send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Wilson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Right there, 56. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson completes it to Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Wilson to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Russell Wilson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. White again. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Brady now on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Brady. That's complete to White. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On third down, a run from White. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On second down, it's White. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. This is White on the screen. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. This complete to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Wilson. Leaping, and he makes the grab. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this will be caught. Inside the 10, what a grab. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for our visitors, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.